All right, I tell you, and then we go.
Yes, sir. You're the one hitting the record button.
Well, guess what? I hit it 6 seconds ago. Start.
Oh my God, Mikey. Welcome to another episode of the Weirdo Watchlist podcast. My name is Sam Fashion. Over there is Mikey. And we talk about movies from the Weirdo Watchlist. We have a randomizer that picks a random one, and every week we watch one. And this week we're talking about Ring Zero Birthday. Before
Birthday.
we get into that, before we get into the birthday shenanigans, first off, Mikey. Hey, buddy.
Hey, I do. I
Hey,
do
how
also
are
want
you?
to. I also want to give credit to Weirdo Watchlist, originally created by Tyler on Letterboxd. Very,
Tyler, our boy.
very easy to find on
It
Letterboxd.
is.
Very popular list. Lots of movies on
I,
there.
I actually just I have one bookmark on my Google Chrome, and it's the Weirdo Watch List because I recently just got this all rebooted. Anyway, nothing else, just Weirdo Watch List on my bookmarks.
Very cool.
All right. So we kind of briefly touched on it before we started recording, but I saw Last Voyage of the Demeter,
I
the
haven't.
Dracula movie, and yes, and you haven't.
Not yet. Tell me about it
Uh,
though.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so it's essentially Alien, but instead of an alien, it's Dracula. It's an unknown beast, right?
Yeah.
And there's a sickness on the ship. Sorry, and it's on a pirate ship type thing. It's like
Yeah.
these people are all hired to move some cargo over to London, and in that cargo, Dracula. They don't know that. They don't know what Dracula is, and throughout the voyage, it feeds and comes to power and goes to London. So that's what the movie is, and it's who's the director? You said you liked him,
Oh shit! It's a
and I can't
Andre
pronounce it.
Andre Overdahl, I think. Let me double
Overdahl.
check
That sounds
that.
right.
Yeah.
I feel like Overdahl sounds right.
Yeah. Overdahl directed Troll
Okay,
Hunter from 2010.
never seen.
Autopsy of Jane Doe with Emil Hirsch, and I
Good
want
one.
to throw Brian Cox's name into that bucket.
Why not?
Yeah, he's in that. Yes, totally. And Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
It was
Um,
so good.
yeah, from like 2019. So, couple under his belt. Troll Hunter being my favorite one because that movie's a ton of fun. Don't know if it's on
And
the
the one I
watch list
haven't
or not.
seen. I have not seen it.
Um, but
Guess I'll
I
have to
mean, I
visit.
recommend it. It's a found footage movie about people who go troll hunting.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
it plays it 100% seriously. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Oh,
takes
that's
itself
cool.
strict, and that kind of makes it even funnier.
Well, this dude knows what he's doing with movies, because I mean, with the two horror movies, the Jane Doe one, which was mid-story but like well made,
Yeah,
and then Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which I've praised ever since it came out as being such an important horror movie that can get kids into the genre. Like, I love a good PG-13 horror movie, and this one just nails it in every way, I think. But now he's making Dracula movies,
Dracula on a boat.
which is so cool. Just the concept on paper was enough to get me there, and they, again, like you said, they play it straight.
Yeah, I think it's
Ah,
adapted from just one chapter of Bram Stoker's Dracula,
yeah, so yeah, like
like
just like,
a
oh yeah, they
single
transport him
chapter.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dracula on a
Uh,
boat. That's
oh,
all it
it
is.
was
Dracula on a boat.
the atmosphere's there. It's like it's the story of Alien with all the feel of AVP. Like it's not great like Alien, it doesn't have like the
Yeah,
pacing and like the amazing everything that makes Alien like amazing,
yeah,
but it does have what Alien's doing. It has the atmosphere, it has a mystery thing that is not shown to us, and things are happening to the crew. It's very copy paste almost from Alien, which is blowing my mind a little bit. But like, because people, the TV is a little bit loud.
I did turn it down a little bit
Did
on
you?
my end, yeah. So it's not
Okay.
it's not peaking on the track as badly, but let me
Okay.
know and I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Bet. What was I saying? Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Alien
Uh,
like AVP style.
yes. Yeah. It like it has a high budget, it feels like, and it not high budget, but it has a good budget. It does what it's doing very, very, very well. And I recommend it. It's fun as hell. I think a lot of people got a problem with Dracula because
Yeah.
he feels more like a beast. But you see the typical YouTube discourse. Actually, Bram Stoker's Dracula,
Actually.
blah blah blah, was blah blah blah. Like
Yeah. Like I think it's more of like a romance novel, right? I don't
Mike.
know how to read, so
That's why we our Weirdo Watchlist playlist.
that's
We
why we
watch
watch
movies.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, these.
Even though this week's was a fucking Japanese movie where we still had to
Yeah.
read.
God damn it. Oh, you had to read it? See, I just tried to guess what they were saying.
Oh, interesting. We'll
Like,
talk about
yeah,
what
it's
you
not
thought
working out.
was happening
Yeah.
later.
What a weirdo movie.
What a weirdo
Um,
movie.
no, but I really enjoyed it. You said you're gonna go see it, yeah?
Yeah, I definitely plan to before at least the end of the year. I'd like to catch it.
Yeah.
And again, like so far, like you and then my coworker both dug the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And just nobody else has really been seeing it. It's kind of like flopping around a bit. Like a
Yeah.
dead fish at
It
the box
didn't
office.
it didn't catch me up until the week it released. So I saw somebody tweet about it and I was like, I didn't know anybody even wanted to see this film. And then I wanted to see it a few days later. So I'm glad I did.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
It is the best 3.5-star movie I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
So AVP. I loved AVP.
I hated AVP, but I saw it like
Yeah,
a few years ago. I don't plan on revisiting it anytime soon.
it's certainly
Because
not
it's
as good.
yeah, it's AVP, but
There's a
um,
second one too.
there's two of them, yeah, and I heard the second one is even worse, and you can't see it because it's so
Dark.
dark and the color grading's
Yeah,
awful. But
awful. That is true.
what are you gonna do? Um, Other movie news: Sharknado, 10 years old, got a
Oh my god.
it got a remastered theatrical run.
Yeah, with the Meg, right? Or some theaters were at least showing it with the Meg 2 as like a shark theme gimmick. Ugh.
My theater was not doing that. They were just doing Sharknado. I think it was like a 2-day event. Like it's
Yeah.
not getting the full run, but
Hey,
back
2
in
days is pretty
theaters,
good.
it's
2 days is good.
2 days is good. It's not a Fathom thing. I think
Yeah.
I don't remember, but yeah, no, it's still. I mean, it still looks awful. I say remastered for
Yeah.
theaters. They upscaled to 4K and then fixed in air quotes there some of the visual effects.
Yeah.
I mean, just added stuff they didn't get the chance to add it because like they like I had a 6-month production time
Yeah.
from shooting to on air, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's still Sharknado. If you still like Sharknado, go see it in theater. I guess by the time I get this uploaded, it'll be out of theaters. But I mean,
Yeah. Are you a fan?
I'm not really a fan. I think my parents killed it because they were really into Sharknado when it was coming
Oh,
out,
really?
and then the sequels. Yeah, it was just all they would talk about. Loved it.
Um,
So kind of killed any enjoyment I had.
sure.
I mean, I still watched it. It's still fun to watch with people. I just won't watch it by myself, especially if
True.
I haven't seen it before. Like
I don't even.
everybody I watched it with, they'd never seen it, but they
I
obviously knew
will
of
not. I will not probably ever finish it, to be honest with you. I've seen
it.
some of it, and it's like I get it. I get what it
Yeah.
is. I get what the appeal could be, but it's just like,
It's sharks in a tornado. It's a Sharknado.
yep,
And
yep.
then shenanigans ensue. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Old Boy. Speaking of anniversary re-releases, Old Boy's got a week-long re-release from Neon.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm seeing that this weekend. Gonna try to. Super excited. I haven't seen it before, but it's been on my radar
Oh.
for about 10 years, I think.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's got the infamous hallway fight scene that started the trend of hallway fight scenes in movies.
Yeah, so good. It's long hallway, one take.
Yeah, I mean, but
And it's fantastic. God,
yeah,
that movie rocks my socks. I want to go see it so bad while it's in theaters.
got a week
Uh,
longer than
damn it.
Sharknado.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I guess I know which one I'm going to.
Hold on, let me.
Sharknado.
I'm gonna double check something real quick. Maybe we will get lucky, right? If this old boy film here perhaps is in some sort of list of strange movies.
Yeah.
Um, dude, it is. Old boy is in the watch list, so
Hell yeah.
maybe we'll get lucky and we'll strike it tonight, and then I can get to
What
watch it
if?
in the theater. But
If that happens, I'm going to
if
theater as
yeah,
well.
yeah, no, if that happens, I mean, I'm
The
seeing it
universe.
this weekend anyway, but
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
it'd
I'm
be
excited to
funny to
talk about
have
it,
a
regardless.
funny to
A
have
little
an
bit.
actual excuse to go see it.
Yeah, for real. Oh, yeah, I'm excited for that. I actually was up in Duluth this weekend, and I was just walking downtown with my dog, and there's this theater there, and it's called Zeitgeist.
Really?
And yes, I didn't get to go inside because it was Sunday and they were closed at the time.
Okay.
But they play a bunch of indie films, a bunch of older films. They like curated films, nothing new, right? So they're
Yeah.
playing Old Boy this week as well. But then they were playing Dazed and Confused. They were playing like
Oh.
a bunch of good movies, and it was just like there was also a nice like bar lounge area attached to it.
Ooh.
It looked like they spent a lot of money to make this theater happen, and it looks so cool. I
Listen,
want to go there.
you're giving me too many ideas because my girlfriend and I are going up to Duluth for our anniversary beginning of
Oh shit!
September. So,
See what they're
uh,
showing that day, and if it's good,
yeah,
go. Hell yeah!
it certainly beats going to see just a movie at the Marcus Theater. I mean, that Marcus Theater they have up there is actually pretty nice. I saw
Yeah.
Candyman up there, like
Hell yeah!
the newest Candyman movie there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
no,
is.
I'm definitely gonna check that out. What
Yeah,
was it
check it
called?
out.
Zeitgeist?
Zeitgeist, and yeah, I just love seeing that kind of thing, and it blows my mind when I see these things up and running and thriving a little bit, hopefully. And I've never heard of it. Like, why am I not hearing about this cool ass theater when I'm definitely the target audience? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would love to go there. I know it's in Duluth, but whatever. Trilon is cool as hell. I love all this
Oh yeah,
cool
no, dude.
these
Trylon.
all these cool theaters.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the Trylon like all October. I think I'm going to like a movie there once a week. They've got
You better
so
buy
many.
tickets in advance because they are selling everything out. It seems
Ooh,
like
yeah. I gotta double check
great.
that. They got
Yeah.
their Halloween horror thing that sells out like immediately.
Oh, that sounds so sick.
Yeah, they got an all. They do like an all night horror marathon from like 9 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Hell yeah.
Tickets go on sale Saturday morning, like mid September. You have to get them in person, and they sell out just about instantly.
Yeah.
People line up around the block to get these tickets.
Oh my god, that's so
So
sick.
I'm gonna try and like get in there at one point.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get in this year, but it's gonna
Oh,
be a
sick.
struggle to get up there.
Yeah. It's crazy. I love the Trilon, but it's tough to try to get there now. Like
Yeah,
I went not too long ago and it was one of those mystery movies they do.
I feel like the mystery
And
ones are definitely the ones that sell out.
yeah, yep. I walked in there, got two tickets, walked in. There was a couple seats way apart from each other, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna sit here not with my girlfriend, so we just left. But
Ah,
they
yeah.
gave us our money back or they gave us tokens to go to other movies. So
Okay.
Trilon, shout out Trilon,
Shout
love
out
it. We,
Trilon.
we need more of that shit.
I was gonna see War of the Worlds there, the Tom Cruise one.
Oh yeah,
And I thought it was gonna be at a later start time. Turns out I was completely wrong. And
damn.
I was Burnsville, which is definitely not near the theater at all.
Yeah,
So I hoofed it going 90 miles an hour down the highway, all the
yeah.
way from the CMX theater, that area, all the way up to the end of Cedar Avenue, going into Minneapolis. I was doing 90.
Jesus,
Managed to get in the seat. I think like 15 minutes into the movie, right next to the guy I was seeing it with.
damn.
Yeah, hoofed it.
I love that
They
place.
let me in, plenty of seats available. So
I,
I think
I'm
it's more of these event ones, but gonna
I'm
try to get
clipping that,
to
and
all of them.
sending it to the police. Tell them that you're a speeder.
I think I mean, catch me on the road at any point. I'm probably speeding anyway. Just I got a lead foot.
Naughty.
I'm a naughty boy.
I'm telling. Who he's telling? Wow. Yeah. God, theaters. That's my dream. My dream is to open a theater. Like,
They're playing Alien. Speaking of Dracula on a boat, they're playing Alien on 35
oh,
millimeter at the Parkway Theater next week.
oh, wow.
Yeah, Thursday. So I'm
Parkway
also gonna try and
Theaters.
go to that too.
I do love Alien.
I don't. I haven't
Do
seen it.
actually?
Yeah, dead ass. I listen. I co-host a movie podcast and I haven't seen Alien. Can you believe it?
That's okay. It's like there's always some that slip through. It's okay. I've never seen Goodfellas, so
I haven't either.
well, fuck it. Let's never watch it.
I'm going through. I'm
Um,
gonna go through Scorsese's filmography, so I'm gonna have to at some point.
oh really?
Maybe on purpose I'll skip it just to keep up the bit.
Keep up the bit. I'm looking at these Alien tickets right now. Do they do assigned seating at this place?
No, the Parkway you just show up. Like you
Hell yeah.
can buy tickets online, but it looks like they do like middle school plays in there with like the seating arrangements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I might have to buy tickets
What?
beforehand.
Yeah,
for
I
that one,
saw a show here not too long ago, like last year. I saw a live show there. It was comedy or some shit. Wasn't that funny though?
I went and saw Legend with Tom Cruise earlier in the year there, and that one was like fairly
that's
epic
sick.
too.
That's sick.
Yeah, a lot of Tom Cruise
Uh,
movies were playing, just for some reason.
I'm speaking of good theaters,
Yeah.
more good theaters. Long Prairie, Minnesota has one of the only drive-ins in the state, and it's called the Long Drive-In. Have you been there? We talked about this, I think.
I haven't been to a drive-in in a long time, and I think it would have been the Alco Drive-In, whichever one's
Okay,
closest
yeah,
to the metro area.
sure. That or Valley High was open for quite a while, but is now closed.
Might have been Valley High. I think I don't know. It would have been like 2012, I think.
Oh, okay.
Last movie I saw
Well,
drive-in I think was The Avengers, and I didn't even pay attention.
oh,
Yeah.
that's sick though.
I mean,
That's sick.
I'm a kid. I'm rolling around on the roof of a car, and there's a big hill I can roll down just over there. So I'm gonna go roll down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel so the driving like that atmosphere is so great for kids, for dogs, for movie lovers, all of it. It's just such a good atmosphere to me. And the Long Prairie Drive-In is doing a Top Gun double feature, so the first and second one. And they have 3 tent sites like to the side of the screen. They have
Yeah.
like these tent sites you can go and camp there for $20. Um and I want to do that. I just want to watch Top Gun all night and then fall asleep right there underneath the screen. Sounds so sick.
Now,
Something about doing that as well.
the one thing holding me back from actually committing to going to the drive-thru, right?
Mhm.
Do you still have to connect your car to the radio or like tune it to the radio and just leave your car battery running?
You do not have to. So at this location they still have the old speakers that you actually can you drape it. You park next to the thing and you drape it into your car, and then
Oh.
you can use the speaker that way. But that's only for the
So
first
it's just like
3
a
rows.
big speaker and then you just pull it in?
Yep. Yeah. It's
Oh.
old metal speaker, probably the size of like I don't know, a cantaloupe. And yeah, you drape it in, and it has a little hook. You can hook it onto your door if you want. I think that makes it rub against the window weird, and it always bugs me. So I just drape it in. But um, obviously the quality is not that good. So
I
I
imagine, yeah.
prefer to keep the car on and use the radio. Depending on your car sound system, it can sound very good. Like listening to Top Gun with like a good subwoofer in your car will be very cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That'd be kind of nuts.
Yeah, so if you have a friend with, like who's really into car audio, make them go to Long Prairie Drive-In in like a week or two. And
I might have to go check that out. See if I can get my girlfriend to go too if she's not working.
it's an experience.
That
Definitely get
sounds,
there like an hour early
badass.
and yeah, walk around. It's a big field, good vibes every time. So
Yeah.
good. Love it.
Kick ass.
Mm-hmm. Love that movie.
Yeah. I'm out of movie theaters and movie theater venues to discuss.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
we do
Okay. Now,
we want to talk
start
about
our own. We
start our
start our
own?
own theater, and then we discuss that.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Where is it gonna be? You know what?
Oh
I
man,
think they still got that. The Burnsville Mall still has that leftover Sears area. We'll just take that over, compete with the Burnsville Theater
compute the CMX right across
right
the
across the
parking lot.
parking lot. Yeah.
I'm down. I like part of me wants to start a cinema in like wherever the hell I can find it, but like if it's tiny, it's tiny. If there's 25 seats, there's 25 seats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
I mean, Charlin's
but
got like
like
what, like 100 seats max? Not even
I think 88 is what it always
80.
says tickets available,
Yeah.
88 whenever
Yeah.
it's empty. Um but yeah, even if it's small, like I would love to own like let's say I run a business selling fucking hardware or whatever, but
Yeah.
in the back there's this whole back area that has like this basically what equates to a small home theater but on a large scale and just play whatever fucking movies I want. I know that's legality of just playing movies is not there. So I have to look into that and I have, but that seems like such a dream. Just like have this like place to just like worship cinema. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Kind
Seems
of
cool
like
to me.
what Tarantino's been doing with us, like New Beverly. That's a dream spot I want to go to. Like, go
What
see
is
it.
that?
The Tarantino's got his New Beverly Cinema in L.A.
New Beverly. I've never heard of. See, you did have cool theaters to talk about still. They're just
I
not
did.
here.
They're just not in Minnesota. They're just not local at all.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's the dream spot I want to go to. If I'm ever in LA, I'm gonna see a movie there, whatever it is. I don't care. I just want to see a movie at that spot.
Yeah. See, I feel that. See, I was talking about doing a road trip to just hit a couple different small town theaters because I think that shit just is the coolest. Like Lisbon, North Dakota is a small town,
The
and
capital.
well,
Isn't
yeah,
Lisbon the capital of North Dakota?
no, not at all. There's
Or is
maybe
that
like
like
2 to
Bismarck?
3,000. Is it Bismarck? It might be Bismarck.
The
I don't
capital
even
of the
know.
town you're talking about. It's North Dakota.
No,
People only go to North Dakota to go to college. If you're
yeah, Fargo, which is
that's
basically Minnesota.
if you live in Minnesota or South Dakota.
Yep. Yeah, but my grandma does live there. She
Oh,
has a
shouts
farm,
outs
so
to Grandma Fashion.
shouts out. But that tiny town has a theater that's been. It says it's the longest, continuously running small theater in the country. It says
Really?
that.
So
I don't know how they track that, but
yeah.
I don't know, like 100 years the place has been open, and it is. It feels like a cement tube. Like you're when you walk into that like room, it is just I don't know. It really transports you back into shitty theater vibe, and I love it. And the
Okay.
God, everything about it is just like very handmade, very handcrafted. It doesn't feel corporate at all. It feels just made with love. Everything. And like watching what did I watch there recently? That Channing Tatum Paradise Ticket to Paradise maybe?
He's not in Tickets to Paradise. That's George Clooney.
No, okay, so it wasn't called that. What was it? Channing Tatum and the
Dog.
girl
Magic
The
Mike's for
Lost City.
the
The Lost
Lost.
City.
Okay. Yeah. No, that'd be Lost City. Yeah.
Yeah, it was mid. But I watched it at that cool little theater, and I just had a great time. You
Okay.
know, I
Yeah.
can watch any stupid movie there and enjoy it. I just want to find more things like that, but it's
Yeah.
hard to Google shitty little theater and
Shitty
find
little theater.
and find things. To be honest with you, but like that's Independence, Kansas. I lived
Yeah.
there for a hot second, and they had a cool shitty little theater. But where's the rest of them? I can't find them.
I think I don't know like what it's like in other like metro areas, but
Hmm.
I do think it's very neat that the Twin Cities area has like a good selection of theaters. Always just playing
Hmm.
something, right?
Hell
Usually
yeah!
always playing something old, something different, something on film that
Right.
AMC's will only do if Christopher Nolan like has him at gunpoint.
And which he does.
Yeah,
He does
would
hold people at gunpoint.
thankfully he does. Shout out Nolan and Oppenheimer.
Oh,
Um,
did you like it?
I loved it. Best movie of the year.
Okay.
I'm repeating what everybody
Really?
else is saying. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with best movie that or even close, but
I was
what
kind
I
of
give it
I was kind of
three and
like
a half stars.
it was definitely up at the top for a bit, and then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I can't imagine anything else being the best.
Yeah.
From like an objective standpoint, except for this, you know.
We still got a few months.
Got a few months. You got the
You haven't
Marvels
even
coming out.
seen Blue
We
Beetle
got
yet.
Blue Beetle coming out this weekend. And that's got Oppenheimer quaking in its boots. Everyone's buying tickets to see Blue Beetle. No, they're
The
not.
freaking Oscar bait of the year.
Blue Beetle.
Uh,
So we have a movie to talk about. A weirdo
oh,
movie.
yes, we do.
We do.
Oh, man. The wheel gave us a movie.
The Wheel gave us a movie, and it's Ring Zero: Birthday, as sometimes it's called. Let me put up the poster. There we go. Almost forgot to do that. But yeah, a prequel to the Japanese Ring, right? Tells the origin story of I was about to call her the American name.
Which is what? Samara?
Yeah, Samara. That's Gore Verbinski's The Ring. We're 3 for 3, by the way, bringing up Gore Verbinski.
Yes.
See how long we can keep that going. Unintentionally, of course. I'm not gonna force it.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, Samara. That's the English girl in the well. The Japanese one is Sadako.
Yep.
So this movie follows the origin story of Sadako and how she became the girl in the well in the videotape. And what did you think about it?
It was fine. You know,
Fine, I think
it
is
was
yeah.
it was fine. Nothing
It's
ever made me that shocked or surprised or weird. It wasn't that weird.
yeah, I think
Uh,
the weirdest part of it, right, was how convoluted it made the origin story.
yeah.
Because we see the like I don't know if you watched Ring, the Japanese Ring, right?
Mm-mm.
I did right before watching Ring Zero, right? Just so I get the full context. I've seen Gore Verbinski's The Ring, love it. I watched it again today at work. Great
Yeah.
movie, love it. But Ringu, as it's also titled, right?
Yeah.
Kind of follows the same story beats, obviously, but has Sadako as a psychic, like before she becomes trapped in the well. She's a psychic. Her parents use that as sort of like an exploitation money making scheme, and people find out she kills somebody, and then hard cut to her getting her head chopped and pushed down the well, and then now she's the girl in the tape. And then
Sure.
Ring Zero shows the events like leading up to that between her being like used for her psychic powers and then being pushed in. But it's most of it's in high school where she's just like this weird girl who's just the weird girl. She's the weird girl. Oh my god, don't talk to her. She's weird. She makes me see weird things. And they kind of like play around with that, and then like, oh, does she deserve it? I no, she doesn't. Look, she's just a little different. And it takes like an hour for the movie to really get going when
Mhm.
like they're rehearsing a whole play at the school, and Sadako inadvertently, I guess, kills the lead actress, and then she gets to take the place against her will. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. She doesn't think she did.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie was confusing as well. I thought that it jumped around, and in my head, I didn't remember. I couldn't figure out what was what because there was like the
Yeah,
drowning of children, and then it was like 30 years later, and I'm like, no, this isn't 30 years later. This at this point, we're not 30. I don't know. I was confused
yeah.
on the timeline quite a bit, and maybe that's. I mean, that's probably on me, but
Like
still, like,
it
yeah,
felt like it was supposed to be like its own movie, but somewhere in the writing process, they're like, you know what, this movie Ringu just came out. Let's write this as the prequel. That's kind of what it feels like.
have you
I'm not
seen?
saying it went full American Psycho 2, All American Girl, where they just add
Yeah,
narration to connect it. Like
yeah,
it's written that this is a prequel, but I feel like that was still like a late decision. Before they
sure,
shot the movie. Like still in like the
for
writers' room.
real. Yes. Have you seen Carrie?
I haven't. No.
Okay, so this movie is basically a Carrie ripoff, like hardcore. Actually, It was glaringly obvious throughout the whole thing. And I think that was the movie that it was trying to be. Like, it wasn't written
Yeah.
to be something. They're just like, okay, what if we just did a Carrie vibe? And then they went really hard with that vibe and made it to connect to Ring. You know, it's
Hmm.
like that, which is, I guess, all right, but Carrie is already really good, and this one didn't need to happen.
Yeah. And what's weird too is like I've noticed there's always like like the horror franchises that just make us want to make as much money as the
Yeah.
original and try to repeat the success. It's given in any horror franchise, and this I think was like I think the second one to take that step because I think they did like almost immediately after like a Ring 2, and even as late as 2021 they did a The Ring versus The Grudge movie in Japan, which I was gonna watch.
What
I
the
was yeah. I think it's like Sadako versus uh Kayako from I guess 2016. Google told me something different earlier.
weird? It doesn't sound very good. Doesn't sound like a good concept at
Uh,
all.
we did Freddy versus Jason. We've done Alien versus Predator. I guess let them fight.
The Meg versus Sharknado.
The Meg versus Sharknado coming to the Criterion Collection December.
Exclusive Trilon release. Holy shit. So did you like it?
Again,
Did you
I'm kind
enjoy
of in
the
the same
movie?
boat. Like I think this movie would have worked better if it wasn't trying to be a prequel to The Ring. Change character names, get rid of the whole
Mm-hmm.
Ring basis, and just
All right.
let it be a Carrie ripoff. Whatever. I don't know if Japan has anything close to that either.
Yeah.
But I think the whole like Ring lore is now like fudged up if you consider this movie as part of the canon because
Yeah.
it
And
don't
this is
make
the
no
fourth
sense.
one.
Yeah.
This is the fourth Ring movie, I guess. I don't know what the third one was, but this is what the
I think
internet told me.
it's called like Spiral. I'm like still
Oh, I think I saw that,
yeah
and I'm like, isn't that a
1998.
Saw movie? But
No, that's
separate
Spiral
movies.
Book of Saw, starring Chris Rock. That's also part of the third
Oh,
one. That's in the title, starring Chris Rock. So you know, so you remember.
oh man.
Chris Rock tried to make a Saw movie, and it's very.
Oh man, I haven't seen it, but I've only heard mediocre nothingness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's technically it's a Saw movie. I mean I'm gonna rewatch it before Saw 10, so
My God, Saw 10.
I think I need to give it a reevaluation because I did walk out of the movie pretty happy because I'm just there to see nonsense.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's you don't have to if you really don't want to. It's got nothing to do with the main canon. It's a spinoff.
Hmm.
But yeah, going back to Ring Zero, right? The biggest thing too that really messed with me the whole time, they're playing with the idea, like, like Sadako seeing like the little girl in the well, yeah, and the whole time I'm like, is that a spirit? Because the way it's edited and the way she pops up, it feels like it definitely is. Like she sees that, and that's part of her. It's like
right.
manifesting, doing all the nefarious, evil stuff, and then come to realize, like at the big play, they replay the same clip from Ringu where she's called out for being a fraud. She runs away. She kills people. They played that audio that was recorded instead of like stage music at the school play,
Yeah.
and I thought she was gonna snap and just kill everybody, and I was like gonna turn her right around on this movie. This is awesome. Didn't happen, and instead they all chase her out and then bludgeon her to death in the middle of the classroom. And I'm like, oh my god, I've turned right around on this.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So
Uh.
they and then they go like find like the original cabin that's from the videotape. That everybody keeps like dreaming about. I guess they keep seeing visions of it because there is no
Right.
videotape yet. And they find her dad or like somebody who like I guess has connections to her dad. And he's like, did you bring the right Sadako? Is that did you brought Sadako here? But there's a second one, and I guess there's two of them, and they're both named Sadako.
Yeah.
So and they every time they show the second one, it's
Yeah.
still edited like it's still like a manifestation of her inner demons, of an evil version of herself. And they show like pictures on the
Yeah.
desk of like they were Siamese twins, and I was like, what are you trying to tell me here? And why are you doing such a bad job at it?
Oh.
Like it really
Yeah,
didn't
it
make a
was.
sense.
I thought maybe she was possessed by her mother, but I don't really know why I thought that. I couldn't give you like a full solid reason why I thought that.
Yeah,
um, that's just what I thought, I guess. Like, because there was, I don't know, and then like they would hear like the giggling of children, and it didn't explain. Yeah, it just didn't connect things well at all.
yeah,
And overall, the movie just it didn't have to fully make sense. It just was things happening for a reason. And they tried to. I mean, a couple cool camera angle things I liked. Especially like in the theater, it would like have angles that were like almost like from the rafters and stuff. And I thought that's
yeah.
great.
There's
Stuff
still
like
like
that was cool. The filmmaking could have been cool.
yeah, there's still like production behind it. They still like are attempting to do something with this, but they really just fudge up the
Yeah,
lore and really just make a mess of everything. Like that doesn't need an explanation. You know,
yeah,
we know everything about Sadako from the first movie that we need to know. We don't need to sympathize with her because there's already something to sympathize with. Right? She's just a little girl that got shoved down a well. You know. Then yeah, she's evil,
yeah,
but you know, I don't think we need the full explanation as to why, especially if there's a second version of her that is alive, that is still evil, and
yeah.
she's not. And now I'm just left with more questions on who this Sadako
Right,
is, this evil one. Why didn't we follow that one and instead following this one as just a bait and switch?
right. Why try to explain the origin of Sadako if I come out and I watch the movie and I still don't know the origin of Sadako? Like,
Yeah,
you didn't explain well enough what you were trying to show us, I guess.
yeah,
Uh,
it's kind
it
of a
was
mess.
just some shit happened to her. It's gonna be vague.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
not gonna explain anything, or you're gonna be left even more confused and angry. um, and then yeah, movie ends. I was ready to just punch my computer because the movie ends, and then you know Sadako wakes up and she sees her boyfriend's like, "You were dreaming," and I was ready to just punch something. I would have been so mad because they
Yeah,
straight up try and get you with the was it just a dream bit, and then she goes out to touch his hand, and then I did like
my
this part of the
favorite.
movie.
Click.
This part, little individual 30-second bit was good. She like goes out to touch his hand, and then she just touches the brick wall of the well, and then looks up. Oh no, I'm stuck in a well. Now we've become the girl from the videotape that got stuck in the well.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even remember the end of this movie.
it's you know,
I don't
uh,
remember much of this movie.
not that good. Do not recommend unless
Not that good.
you really want to like get a grip on like I guess like the Japanese horror scene. But even then, just watch the first one and then move on. Plenty of other J horror movies
I think a
we all can watch.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah, true. A real question we should be asking every week is, does it belong on the weirdo watch list? And I'm going to say no to this one because I think I'm just looking through the list. I can tell that some of these aren't that weird, and I can see why they're on there. But like, is this a weirdo movie? I'm going to say no. Take it off the list. Come on,
take it out.
Tyler. Take it off the list. Get it out of
I
there.
think I'm
Don't
gonna say
convolute the
yes.
list.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say it's not because anything in the movie is inherently weird, but I think the idea that this is supposed to be a Ring prequel and it's really trying to be one, but it fails so spectacularly at the basics of
Yeah.
explaining it what it wants to. That's pretty weird. How badly you fudge that up. But I mean,
Fair enough. Fair enough. the concept, the idea of the movie itself is weird for sure.
Yeah, but
And
then
I'm
again,
glad we
too.
watched. I'm glad. I'm not mad that it landed on that. I'm glad we
Yeah.
know of its existence, and I'm glad I know that it's shitty. I'm in a positive mindset here.
Positive mindset, yeah. But it's certainly a movie that exists. Again, I'm not mad that I watch any movie really, unless it's like instills hatred within me. Like I sat through Jurassic World Dominion
Yeah.
or X Men Dark Phoenix. Like those movies make me
Mm,
mad that I watched them. But Ring
I
Zero,
get
that's
that.
not the case. I just wish it actually did what it set out to do, and it didn't. So at
Failed.
the end
It
of the day,
failed.
as even though I did just say, keep it in the list, I wouldn't be mad if it wasn't. Because like you done goofed. You done goofed it up. The lore behind this character is now a little bit messed up. And I'll just stick with watching Gore Verbinski's movie. I watched that
That's right.
again. I watched it today at work. It's fantastic. The vibes of that movie
Mm,
are off the charts.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Verbinski,
Thank you,
Verbinski,
Gore
butthole.
Verbinski. Please make a new movie. I have been waiting for one for years.
Please come on our podcast.
Come on our podcast, Gore Verbinski. I need an update. How you been?
Make a weird movie for us, buddy.
Please, and then we'll watch it. Watch it and
Uh,
talk about it.
Speaking of, do we find a new movie?
Speaking of find a new movie, let me get that all set up.
We got that beautiful wheel. Oh man, I'm looking through right now at the list, and there is so much good stuff in here, and there's so much stuff that I actually want to watch that I've had kind of in the back of my mind,
Yeah.
head, mind, empty metal.
All right.
Mm,
Got the wheel ready to go, and I'm
Okay.
gonna spin that wheel. Get ready to find out what we're watching. And we have The Fly. Now, I gotta figure out if this is the original one or the remake with Jeff Goldblum. Because there's a good chance both of them are in here.
Interesting.
So, how about I look up the original The Fly, and then you look up the Jeff Goldblum one?
I didn't know there was one that wasn't Jeff Goldblum.
It's
Oh,
it's from like
58.
it's from like the 50s. I gotta turn the browser off again. 1958. There's that one.
Well,
And it is okay. 1958 is in the Weirdo Watchlist.
how do I don't even know how I see if this one is or not. You find out.
I'm already at Cronenberg's The Fly. Give me a second. Okay. God damn it. Both of them are in the watch list.
Do we just watch both of them then?
Yeah, double feature it, I guess.
It might be difficult to get it done, but
I mean, we've got a week.
we got a week, so be diligent. It'd
Oh
be
yeah, here we
interesting.
go.
It'd be, and I've
Original
seen
instances.
the Cronenberg one, which is great.
I have yet to
But
see both of them, so
yeah, it would be an interesting little
cross those both off the list.
comparison.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, The Fly and The Fly, double feature.
The Fly and the Fly. Cronenberg's 1986. The Fly is on HBO Max, and then
Great.
whoops, backing up too far. And then Kurt Newman's 1958 is also on HBO Max.
HBO Max it is.
There we go.
Hell
So,
yeah.
perfect. That'll be fun. What else has Kurt Newman directed? Nothing else that I've seen. A Tarzan movie. A couple Tarzan movies. Rocket Ship XM. Looks like just a bunch of pulpy adventures, sci-fi, jungle movies.
Hell yeah. I love The Fly and The Fly. I've only seen one of them, but I love them both.
They're both pretty short. Yeah, they're both 95-ish minutes. Add both
Sick.
those to the Letterboxd
Oh, this will be great.
watch lists. Yeah, this will be fun. Cool. Knocking out 2 of them. Didn't expect to see that happen.
Hell yeah. Wow.
All right.
Twins.
Yeah.
It's twins.
Twinnings.
Oh, look at my
Any
dog.
final
She's
thoughts?
fully on her back. Oh, I think my dog's cute. Final thoughts. Go watch all of Gore Verbinski's movies.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Uh,
I watched The Weatherman the other week. That's a Gore Verbinski one about Nicolas Cage being a loser weatherman. That was awesome. That's a good movie.
really, I've never even
Yeah,
heard of it. I'll
it's
have
like
to watch.
his least popular movie because it's just a like a black comedy where you're just supposed to
Okay.
laugh at the misfortune of Nick Cage as he's just miserable. You know, like people keep throwing food at him for no reason. He doesn't even he's not even a bad weatherman. He's pretty
Yeah.
popular in the city of Chicago, but people just keep throwing food at him for no reason. Kind of awesome. Kind of an awesome movie.
Hell yeah.
Really fucking funny. And
Hell
then
yeah.
yeah, Gore Verbinski's The Ring. Fantastic. Great horror movie, I think.
One of the best. One of the best.
One of the best. Is fucking awesome, I'd say. Straight banger.
Straight banger.
Straight adding that to my straight bangers list on Letterboxd. Oh, you also can't see it, but I mean, you'll see it once I get these uploaded.
Yeah.
But I've got a Letterboxd logo, right
Nice.
in the middle between us. I've got follow us on Letterboxd, arrow pointy thing between both of our names.
Oh, we need to make an account on Letterboxd for this
I told you
podcast.
to do
We
that
follow
last
both
week.
of us. Well, yeah, but I'm unemployed.
So you have no excuse not to.
Oh, I gotta find a job, don't I?
You gotta
I'm just
find
kidding.
a job.
I gotta find a fucking job. Don't worry, it's going well.
Job hunt. All right. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Again, 46 minutes, but we'll figure out how to pad out the runtime. This is episode 3 anyway.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Yeah. So next week, figure out a time to watch it, or figure out a time to record it, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, The Fly, and
Flying the fly.
The Fly, double whammy.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
That'll be a good one. What else?
I think we just gotta close it out. We just gotta end it. Gotta stop
Oh
recording.
man.
Just gotta
Bye
just,
everyone.
Bye everyone. Follow us on the letterboxes. You see it. Just look up those names.
Yes.
If you look them up on Twitter, I'm sure that'll also work too. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Rate us on Spotify too. We can do that now.
Sweet. I'll give it 5 stars.
Yeah. Watch both movies next week. We'll talk about them and spoil them, and we're gonna have a great time. All right.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye bye everybody. Good podcast.